we're doing some testing on this rig today. Got the Canyon Strive. We are getting it set up. We've got Sea Otter coming up in a few weeks, and this is the bike I'm going to ride for the downhill. There's a few interesting things about this, being this little thing. That's the shapeshifter, which transforms it from 160 to 140 and a more improved kinematic at 140. So technically a trail bike with a 170 fork, 63 head angle. Oh, but it gets increased or steepened a touch in trail mode. So 63, so I think it goes to about 64 now. So I think it's kind of a perfect Sea Otter downhill rig. This is the tire I was going to run. I've kind of been using this tire now for almost 2 years. Really? 2 years? No, it can't be. It might be. But I have a few bikes, so I've been switching them up. And you know what? They're probably not as good as they are brand new. So I saw that they just released the super soft enduro casing, which I think would be great for this bike and its race use. So I might have to cop one of those pretty quickly if they're even available. Get this one replaced regardless. All of them are, it's a bit used. I think the rear hasn't been used much at all. I got it around the same time, but I think used it for 2 races, maybe 50 miles of riding in between, so not much. That one's fun. We'll get into the suspension, as that's where the real meat of this setup is in. So for the fork, we're running the Manitou Mezza. Been using this for 3 years. Have it on both my bikes, or 2 bikes of the 3. It's currently running at 170 travel. Don't have the mudguard on. Not out of choice, but it broke and I can't be bothered to pay for a new one. I guess the adjustments that I've made to this fork is, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried some shim stacks, different firmer, softer, but I'm actually back on the stock tune. Kind of just works just fine, but I've got Motor X 5 weight in there instead. Yeah, is this oil a bit too thick for how I want it, or maybe for how I've currently got it matched up? Which brings me to the shock. The Manitou Mara Pro has been a really good shock. No true issues. Well, there's been a few issues. So start with the good side of it is the damper and the adjustments are really good. They make really good use of adjustment. Nothing gets harsh or spiky, and it really truly slows up the travel. So it controls it really well. The air spring, however, has been a little difficult. It's a high volume air spring, so similar to the Float X2 or the Vivid. So it has that kind of coil-like feel to it. But this has just kind of felt a bit empty or soggy, and can never really get the liveliness out of it until you, I mean, you can put volume tokens in here. This is me running at about 140 PSI, and I'm 150-ish pounds rider. Which also means that I've chosen to lighten it up a bit to help it be a bit more supple for my weight through the damping. So I've changed it to the 2.5 Motor X on this, and honestly it does feel pretty damn good. It's pretty quick, and I can feel it helping me like gain power and boost out of corners, so I am enjoying that. But I think in me running 2.5 in here and 5 in here is what's creating that sort of imbalance that I was mentioning. Like maybe the fork is a bit too firm in balance with the lighter oil in the shock. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do some testing again today and kind of think about it from there. All right, we switch over to the GoPro. I think we should go ride this thing. By the way, hi, it's me, your host, Matt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ride this. Oh, and the one thing that I forgot was any sort of mount or strap. And I promised myself I was going to make a video and at least record something. And I'm at the trails, I got the bike, I got a GoPro, just no holder. So I'm just going to hold it in my mouth down the trail. I think it will make for very interesting riding and probably footage. So I'm going to just try it anyway, and well, enjoy the ride with me. We'll see how this goes. Alright, we're at the top of that disclosed trail. This isn't going to be twisty. And now I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to go quiet. I'm going to go ride. Alright. On the cover. Still covered. No one can see. Oh, don't crash. And look at. Oh! Whoa, that tiny test a bit there. Oh. Oh! Woo! Yeah, baby. Well, okay. First impressions of the setup. The fork's too hard. I kind of thought I was going to just slip the front. Feels too firm. But that was cool. A few changes they've done on there. I like it. Alright. Well, catch you for the next run. Bye. Whoa. Ew. Ew. That was kind of rough, but that was cool. Whoa. Oh, so good. Woo! That kind of felt like some effort holding on. Something felt loose, but the front end was staying planted. I let 1 psi out of the IRT, so it ramped up a little less. And that worked. Kept the high-speed compression +1 from open. Yeah, and the shock, man, it was controlled and grippy, a bit noisy. Oh, yeah, the clutch stopped working again. It gets too hot and stops. It's annoying. Might have to buy a new derailleur. Alright, next lap. Alright, so back at the SOP. Changed one setting than last time, just the rear shock. Reduce the high-speed compression, just to I get a slight little bit of push under chatter and braking before I get into something. There's a slight push that I'm like, it's like unloading or catching. It's one of the two, I'm not sure yet. Maybe a bit too much pressure, getting too much progression near the very end, which is actually a first for this shock. This like never happens. So maybe there's something to do with having a little more travel to use. So I've opened up the high speed fully now and just see if that helps reduce that push I was having. So and the other good thing is I recognize that the angle of the camera in my mouth, which actually works quite well, excuse the breathing, I noticed that it was maybe looking a little too low, so I think I've adjusted it, angled it up a bit. I'm about to go down a steeper trail, not just yet, but the next trail will be a bit steeper, so hopefully you can stop trying to lift your heads at home, as I always do, watching videos that are too low. So yeah. What is that? I think that should be alright. Alright, well I'll just keep going. I'll go down. I actually just adjusted one other bit. I don't know if it's just in my head, but reduced fork high-speed compression to open, and then just added one of low speed, because I immediately recognized that with the rear shock, high-speed open kind of did go deeper. Maybe made the front a little too light. But it's a quick adjustment on the front, so let's see how this feels. Cool. Kind of hopped that last bit. Hopped that last bit in. Kind of worked, but man, kind of still had a bit of a push. Might be the progression. Might be rebound, but kind of like keeping it fast right now. Feels great everywhere else. Man. Okay, next one. Alright, we're working. That's true. Whoa! That was cool. Kind of back brake disappeared. Otherwise okay, a little noisy. Still not using a lot of front travel, but it feels like it's going deep enough. Actually feels like I need to reduce the IRT and up the main potentially. But no, they're kind of doing different things. It's kind of been wants to be a bit more linear, and this is kind of being progressive. So it feels kind of great. I'm getting closer. It's always a process. Take these numbers back and have a think about it. That's pretty much all it is. You know what, I might go back up the climb and do lower jugs. Catch you next time when we make some adjustments and we visit the Vincent Speed Works.